Hi folks, this is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. For this particular broadcast, I want to read to you a response that I gave to a Facebook friend who had a 13-year-old, well, has a 13-year-old nephew who was interested in being a cartoonist. And I read most of the replies that other artists were making, and they were making the usual funny jokes, but I thought to myself, well, if this guy is serious, the 13-year-old, he deserves a real answer. And when all of the smoke cleared, I had written him kind of an essay, that lasted for 3 pages, and I looked at it and I said, perhaps some of my friends here on my channel can glean something from what I said. Now, this isn't about caricature, it's about comic book art, and if you are into making your own comics, perhaps this is something you might find useful. So I'm going to be reading and making very little eye contact with you, but you should find the information informative, at least I hope so. Okay, here's what I wrote. Become as informative, or rather, become as informed and well-read as you can. Listen to broadcasts from both political parties so that you can argue both points of view. Study religious belief systems, and philosophy. Take classes or study the art of filmmaking. Investigate the master filmmakers. As a comic book artist, you want to control your own destiny and tell your own stories. In order to do that, you must have a point of view. In order to understand this, you have to become familiar with diverse points of view so that your characters and your comics and stories can have voices that are authentic, interesting, and thought-provoking. You want to study filmmaking to learn about camera angles, how to convey mood and emotion, and how to move a story along. You want to be informed about current events so that your stories can be contemporary. You want to study history to see parallels and how things never change. Writing skills are very important. Pay attention to your English, social studies, and history teachers. Any fanboy can make a comic about zombies, vampires, or aliens. Don't be an echo, be a voice. And here's the advice I gave him on drawing. Practice constantly. When you wake up, before eating breakfast, before eating lunch, before eating dinner, after eating breakfast, after eating lunch, after eating dinner. Bring your drawing pad into the bathroom when you're taking a dump. Yeah, I do this. Keep your pad handy when watching TV. Yeah, I do this also. Keep a pad at your bedside and draw your dreams. Are you getting the picture? Pun intended. Make no mistake, drawing is work. It's fun work and satisfying work, but it's still W-O-R-K, work. All this drawing will build up your eye-hand coordination and make it as natural as breathing. That comes with practice, built upon repetition. Draw everything, even the most mundane things. Any fanboy can draw a superhero in a static, quote-unquote, superhero heroic pose, or even in an action pose, throwing a punch or flying. But can you draw a person tying their shoe, a person eating a meal with a knife and a fork, a person reading a newspaper? You'd be surprised how many gifted artists who can draw so many action poses can't draw characters with reasonable authenticity doing these mundane things. And that's really important, folks. It's really important to be able to draw mundane things. Finally, I wrote to him, last but not least, have fun. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. You will. Don't be concerned if your work sucks. It will. Your cartoons, don't be concerned that your cartoons aren't funny and your your lines are weak, your storylines are weak. They will be. But keep going. Get all that sucky work out of the way, and you'll get past that stage, and it will become easier. It's never easy, but it does get easier. I wanted to give you a real answer. When I was a young artist, I hoped to find a mentor who'd give me real advice, not just kiddie advice. Good luck to you, and God bless you. So that's the advice that I gave this young man, and I'm hoping that some of you readers, well, not readers, listeners of this vlog of mine can glean something from what I said. This is Elgin, Subway Surfer. Why am I messing this up? This is Elgin, Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant, and that's my quick tip for today.